Most people drive through Erie and they see new neighborhoods, beautiful mountain views, and maybe a coffee shop they haven't had a chance to try yet. But if they were to stop right here on Jasper Road, they're standing on the oldest private land claim in the entire area. This is the Wise Homestead, and today we are going on a history tour of Erie. I'm Rachel Folger, and this is the American Dream Selling Colorado. The story of this family is in many ways the story of how Colorado got its light. The Wise family didn't just farm this land, they built a whole community around it, a settlement they called Canfield, which today is just a neighborhood here in Erie. They ran the Wise Elevator Company and they threshed grain for their neighbors, and they were the kind of people that a town is built on. And one of their own, J.O.V. Wise, helped to bring something so remarkable to this community: the first electric plant in the whole state of Colorado. And coal was the thing that made all of this possible, the same coal that was right underneath their feet. And to understand what that coal built and what it cost, we have to walk into Old Town Erie. We've made it into Old Town Erie at Town Hall here on Holbrook Street. This memorial was dedicated in 2000 in honor of the coal miners of Erie and the northern coal fields. By the early 1900s, Erie owned and operated its own electric plant and water plant, powered by coal. The coal didn't just heat the homes here in Erie, it powered the University of Colorado, it powered hospitals, it fueled the railroads that connected this state to the rest of the country. For a time, Erie, Colorado was the most important coal town in the entire state. What happened when these men asked for a better wage? What happened when they said enough is enough? In 1927, after years of wage cuts and broken promises, they decided that they had had enough. And what happened next was one of the most important and the most forgotten events in Colorado's history. We're going to head down to the forgotten town of Serene and find out what happened there. We are now in the southeast part of Erie, where the town of Serene once stood. Owned by the Columbine Mine Company. The word Serene is a little bit dark when you know the actual history of what happened here. This area once was full of company housing, surrounded by barbed wire fence and one light that would shine at night. It now sits underneath a landfill. They literally built a landfill on top to bury the story. In 1927, coal miners across Colorado were fed up and were having enough. So the industrial workers of the world organized a statewide strike. Every mine in the state of Colorado shut down, except for one, the Columbine mine. By mid-November, it was cold. There was no coal being mined. The coal that we know used to heat the hospitals and the homes and the University of Colorado, and the pressure on the miners was enormous. On that morning of November 21st in 1927, 500 striking miners and their families stood right here. They were under peaceful protest and had been doing it for weeks. But then the state police opened fire. 6 men were killed, many were injured, including those wives and those children. The men who passed tell the story of Colorado. They were men who had come to Colorado for the same reason that people come to Colorado today, for a better life, for their American dream. After the Columbine massacre, nobody was ever arrested. Nobody was ever charged. The miners lost the strike. Martial law was declared across the northern Colorado coal fields, and the story was buried, literally buried, right here. Erie today is one of the most sought-after communities across the Colorado Front Range. People come here for the open space and the trails and the mountain views and the schools, but it didn't happen by accident. This land was claimed and worked and fought for by families who believed it was worth something. So when you come here to buy a home, you're not just buying square footage. You're buying 150 years of people who refused to give up on their Colorado dream, even if it cost them everything. I'm Rachel Folger, and this is the American Dream Selling Colorado.